Hello! So today I'm going to fit new headlights to my Everest, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Right, so the first thing we're going to have to do is get this intake off, and they're just two screws holding it in. I don't really know how to take the bumper off, so it's going to be trial and error, and I will take you guys along on the journey. Now there are 5 of these poppers you just got to pop, and then you can pull them out so we can get this cover off, and that's what they look like. And then we take the intake off, and then we take this cover off. I've got some lights on my grill, so I just have to unplug these just so I don't pull the wires when I take the bumper off with the grill. In order to get the bumper off, you have to remove these 4 screws holding in your wheel arch liner, and then there's another screw over here which has to be undone, which goes up, and then it should be able to clip off. I'm going to need a short stubby one to get this off. And then just do this one up here. This one's in pretty tight. I was taking it out. Yeah, you can actually use a screw, or it looks like an 8mm socket wrench to get that one out. And then this one at the bottom is a little bit difficult because the wheel's in the way. Now, as you can see, I had to turn my wheel in order to get this last one out. I would recommend doing that as well. So this now gives way. I see there's a sensor attached here. Don't know what that's for, but we're not really going to be moving that. I just want to see what's going on here. Okay, so the bumper is clipping out there now, so that's good. If you look inside the fender, well, you'll see I've taken my fog light bulb out over here, and there's another screw that the bumper is actually screwed onto here at the bottom. So there you can see that screw underneath, and then there's another one over there. There's another one on that side, over there, and then another one right over there. So there are 4 bolts underneath the bumper that need to be undone in order to get it off. Just to show you guys, I've done the other side as well. I've removed the screw up here, and I've taken off the 4 little plastic screws that hold the liner in place, and I've unplugged my fog light, and the screw down there has already been removed. And what I do is I just put the screws down here on either side, and I leave these screws where they came off so that I don't confuse them with where they go back. So at the top of the bumper, there's a screw here that's holding the headlight in place as well as the grille. And these screws look identical to the one we took off at the bottom. 10mm screws or bolts on either side of the grille, and they have a dual function of holding the grille and the headlight in place. And then as far as I know, there are another 2 screws further down, and we'll have a look for those now as soon as I get this one off. And then the bumper should be able to be pried from the car. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the grille along with the bumper, and I know that the grille has a slot. It's got like a clippy clip, and you just got to lift it to unclip it, so now the grill is free from the car. I don't have my flashlight with me, but I'm going to try and show you where that bolt is. It's sitting, where's my ratchet? It's sitting down there. It's that one over there. So that is a 10 mil as well, and that one needs to come out, as well as the one on this side. This one's easier to get to. Sorry, it's not that one, it's this one here that's holding the bumper. This one here is actually holding the headlight in place, and this one is holding the bumper in place. So, wow, not very tight. As far as I can see on this side, this one seems to hold the headlight in place. There's the headlight bracket, and there's the bolt. So I don't know if this has a dual purpose holding the headlight and the bumper in place. So I was trying to yank the bumper off and it just won't budge. But you'll see, even though I've done those bolts, I've taken them off on the inside. I see there are two plastic clips, one over there and one sitting over there. So I need to get those off, and I think then the bumper will come free. So it's a good thing I used my flashlight in order to see that. So these clips are sitting right on the inside over here, and you need to just pop it up with a screwdriver, and you can see there are spots for you to get your flat screwdriver in there. Over there, there's one on this side and one on the other side, and it's sitting right in here, and that's why it won't release that bracket even though you've undone a screw from the inside. So having removed that, the bumper should come free. In theory. Just get it free on that side, and I'm just going to set the bumper aside. I just want to show you, now that I have the bumper off, we have the following to undo. We've got to undo that one, this one, that bolt, and then this bolt on the side over there, and then we've already removed that bolt down here in order to remove the bumper. That is actually where that long screw went in, that long one lying over there. So that one went in there. So once I remove these, I can then take them off. But I think before I do that, I just want to get in here and undo the plugs for the headlight. I'm going to do the right hand side headlight first, or if you're looking at the car, the left hand side. This little white one doesn't come off very easily. I think what I'm going to do is just undo the bulb and then take it off. With these cables off, I'm just going to put the bulb back in its place. And now I just want to mention something. This plug is actually for your headlight adjustment. And my car doesn't have electronic headlight adjustment because these headlights don't have that function. They don't have a motor built in. But I noticed that this plug was just lying here, and it leads to the main loom, the main engine wiring loom. So what I did is I bought a headlight adjustment headlight switch, and I've already installed that in the car, and I'll show that to you in a clip now. So that switch, I put it in the car and I plugged it in, and the headlights that I bought do have electronic headlight adjustment. So I'm hoping that if I plug this into my new headlights, that I will then have electronic headlight adjustment. So let's hope that is the case. There's actually a tab down here where the headlight is clipping into, which is why you need to take it from this side. So let's just take this bolt out. Is it a bolt or a screw? I can't really see. Looks like a T20 holding that in. Yeah, it is a T20, so I'm just going to remove that. And I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to reach this bolt from the underside. And that's what that one looks like. Not a very long one, but it's a T20 by the looks of things. And you need one of these to get that off. So, wow. Let's see if it's gonna move now. So we want to pull from this side because it's hooked in. It's got a hook over there that hooks in. And then we just have to maneuver it past this rubber thing in the front. And then the headlight should come out. Now I'll put a link in the description. I bought them on Alibaba, not AliExpress. I just want to see which is the headlight I'm looking for right now. I think this is it. This is the one that goes on the right hand side. And this is what they look like. This is how they come packed. And there's the plug I was telling you about for the electrical headlight adjustment. Only up and down. So there are your adjusters over there and over there. So once I get these on the car now, I'm going to try and adjust them. I've made a mark on the wall. In order to get this on the car, we have to be very careful for our tabs at the top. And our little tab down here, because that has to clip in to the body. But I just need to clear this one here so it can get in. This thing makes it very, very difficult over there. But I've got that in. There we go. So that little tab is in. That's good. And just make sure all our holes are lining up. And that's what they look like. I'm going to plug it in. So this plug actually has a dummy plug in it. There it is there. So Ford actually stuck this dummy plug in there to protect the electrical connectors in there. Very clever of them. Okay, that is firmly plugged in. And then just check that my main plug is firmly plugged in. So just a little tip, make sure that this bracket of the headlight is sitting flush with this part of the body of the car. It must be sitting nice and flush. I haven't even tightened the bolt yet, but when it's sitting nice and flush, you're going to get a nice line around the edge of your headlight and your body over here. Right, so I've got both headlights on the car. So all I have to do is get the bumper back on the car. So as you can see, they are headlights, and they are LED, and they have the sweeping indicators. And I just want to show you a closer view. On the side we have a side marker, and when the DRLs, well, when the indicator is on, then the DRLs aren't working. And All three beams are for low and high. As you can see, they're very bright, and I've made marks on my walls so I can see where they're sitting compared to my old lights. So I'm going to take the car for a test drive tonight, and I'll include that footage in this video as well. Oh, the other thing I just want to show you, so this is the headlight switch that I bought, and I only bought it because I wanted this button. Now this button pops in and out, and this is your headlight adjustment. And if I turn the headlight, well, the car is on. If I turn the headlights on, you're going to hear the motors on the headlights. So this is the reason I wanted the switch, because I saw the plugs under the hood, and I thought, well, if I plug these headlights into those plugs and I have a headlight adjustment switch, then ideally they should work. So it turns out the car was originally wired for this, but never fitted with electronic height adjustment headlights. Now, what I also found is that this switch has automatic lights, and I didn't even know, but earlier when I drove into the garage and this was on auto, the headlights came on. So now not only do I have headlight adjustment for my headlights, but I have auto headlights on and off as well, just by replacing this headlight switch. And this is a salvage one that I bought on eBay. I don't really actually know how much a new one costs, but I bought this on eBay, and it arrived in record time. So I just plugged it into the plug behind here, and it worked. So this is actually what I wanted to show you. The DRLs, while you're driving, this is what the headlights are going to look like. So side markers will not be on, headlights will not be on, and the DRL section is actually brighter. When you switch the headlights on, then the DRL goes a little bit dimmer, but it acts as a park light as well, which is very nice. So I hope that video helped you guys. I couldn't find any videos on how to remove a Ford Everest front bumper. It is different to the Ranger because it has a different bumper. If you look at the timeline of this video, there will be skippable parts that you can go to just to check how to remove the bumper, how to fit the headlight, how to put it back. I didn't really show you how to put it back. I just fast forwarded that section, kind of boring. And next I'll be doing taillights on this car. Full LED, and I wanted a light bar for it, but I couldn't get the light bar. They didn't have stock. So I will be doing the taillights next, and then the car will be complete as far as headlights and taillights are concerned. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.